Hi Virgo, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So today is your year ahead 2016 reading, okay? Now I am using my very miniature cards, Rider-Waite tarot deck, and that's because I have a very limited space to work from at the moment around the dining room table. So I'm having to use just a smaller deck. So I can fit everything in. So I'm going to shuffle the cards and see what's coming up for you. And how I do these readings is I do 6 cards, so 2 cards to represent each month, and I do the months in quarters. So I'll do January through to March, then April through to June, then July through to September, then October through to December. Okay, and it will be 2 cards to represent each month, with 1 card from a separate deck as your general energy for each quarter, okay? Also, I'll pick an angel card just to see what the angels are saying, what type of guidance they want to give you overall for the year 2016. Now, Scorpio's all been done. After this yearly reading, I've done all the rest of the 11 signs for their yearly readings. I will then come back with your year ahead life reading, okay? For 2016, which is a bigger reading because it focuses on sort of 5 areas of your life, so everything's done sort of in 5 chunks. But this is, you know, my gift to you guys to say thank you so much for all of your support, all of your help, even when I was really ill mentally and physically in the summertime. As you guys, if any of you guys know, I wasn't very well. And I had so many messages of support and love and kindness, and I'll never forget that as long as I live. I feel that in general that the YouTube community, everybody that watches my videos, everyone who's liked, subscribed and shared my videos, you know, you have just been an absolute godsend to me. And even when my readings weren't great, when I wasn't coming back with the greatest of news for you guys, a lot of you guys really understood that, you know, these are the energies that are being presented, and I'm just the person, I'm just the interpreter of the cards, and I'm just doing whatever my intuition is telling me to do, and, you know, you get that. So it's just a massive, massive thank you to everyone that's purchased readings with me through the website and turned it into the success it's really turning out to be. And just for your love and support. And I just want to say that I love you guys very, very much. And I just want everybody that watches my videos to step into their own greatness, because that's what you are. You're great human beings, and everybody should really try and do that in life. So here's your year ahead reading. I'm just shuffling the cards and I'm just going to meditate, okay? I'm just going to close my eyes. Universe, Spirit, sweet universe, I just need you to give people who are born under the zodiac sign of Virgo, moon, sun and rising signs, what is coming up for them in 2016. I need you to show me in quarters, okay? So 6 cards representing January through to March, 6 cards to represent June through to April through to June, and then 6 cards to represent July through to September, and then 6 cards to represent October through to December 2016. Show me what's coming up for Virgos. Show me 2016 and Virgo, 2016 and Virgo, sun, moon and rising signs. Show me Virgo and 2016, please. I need Virgo and 2016. Show me what's coming up for Virgos in 2016. Show me Virgo in 2016. Virgo in 2016. What is coming up for Virgo in 2016? Those born under sun, moon and rising signs, please. Virgo in 2016. Show me Virgo 2016. Sun, moon and rising signs. Virgo 2016. Virgo 2016. Sun, moon and rising signs, please. Virgo 2016. Virgo 2016. Sun, moon and rising signs, please. Virgo 2016, Virgo 2016, sun, moon and rising signs, please. Show me Virgo 2016, Virgo 2016, sun, moon and rising signs. Show me energies, people, situations, please. Show me. Okay, so I have meditated on the cards, Virgo, and let's see what comes up. So we're going to do the first quarter, which is January through to March. Okay. So we're going to concentrate on that first, and then we'll lay some more cards out for the next ones. We'll just lay them as we go along now. And I'm just going to ask the universe, show me what the message is. What is your guidance? Give me one card for guidance, please, for the first quarter for Virgo. I need one card for guidance. What are you trying to tell me? What is the message? What is the advice that you have for the Virgos? Sun, Moon and Rising signs for Virgo. Sun, Moon and Rising signs for Virgo 2016. I need the advice that you're going to give, please. What is the advice for the first 3 months of 2016 for Virgo? Show me Virgo. So a card came out. Okay. Let's see what's coming up for you guys. Okay. So the first two cards that are showing, I mean, usually they would represent, how you can see that, usually they would represent the January month, but, you know, I don't do my readings like that because I find that energies can happen at any time during these 3 months. We've got the Tower and we've got the King of Cups. The Tower is a really interesting card, Virgo, because it's a necessary evil within the Tarot. It really is. I have found this card show up for me in my own personal readings, but it's really, for me, the Tower is a card that says, you know, everything that's not working, everything that is based on a falsehood, that is based on something that's not honest, that is based on something that's not stable, must fall because it's necessary in order to help you to rebuild. For some of you guys, it's going to be a job, okay? For some of you guys, it might be employment. It might be a job that was on its way out, ending in between January and March. It might be a relationship because we do have the King of Cups sitting next door to that Tower card. The King of Cups would usually be Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, male, okay? But this is a general reading, so it could easily be a female. But I also feel with those two cards, the King of Cups reminds me of someone who puts on a brave face. He's a very compassionate, very loving, very sweet. You know, more and more when I look at this guy in the Tarot, you know, all court cards are archetypes of people, okay? So the King of Pentacles would be a very reliable husband or boyfriend, but he'd also be very kind of materialistic, and he'd be very kind of the person who would want to advance himself materialistically. So he'd be, along with the King of Wands, someone who would be into his fast cars, perhaps, very money-driven. He'd look at everything probably as a commodity a lot of the time, I found with the King of Pentacles. The King of Swords is very kind of logical. He's very reasoned. He's very fair, but he looks at everything in terms of logic, in terms of thought. So what's good for him in terms of thought. With the King of Cups, he goes with his emotions. And I often look at that King of Cups and I find that to be a very kind of kind man because he doesn't look at things in terms of advancement. He doesn't look at things in terms of just the good times, you know, having a whale of a time or, you know, going with sort of his lusts or his sexual passions and that type of thing. I would look at the King of Cups as being a character who kind of probably incorporated all of those facets of the Kings, but in a much sweeter way. I'd look at him as being kind of the typical guy every woman would want in their lives. And I feel that as an energy for some of you guys between January and March, whatever it is as the King of Cups you're sitting on, or you won't let come to the surface, because as well as being a very sweet character, as being a very noble character, as being a very nice character, he also covers a lot up as well. He doesn't let a lot through. So he would be the type of bloke who would tell you that everything was okay financially because he doesn't want to hurt you and he doesn't want to make you fear things and he doesn't want to make you worry. But he would kind of take a lot of the strain and a lot of the burden on his own shoulders and not show it. But with the Tower card there, I would say that for a lot of you guys between January and March 2016, anything that you've kind of been sitting on, or you've not kind of disclosed, or you've not opened up about, you're going to need to open up about, or you're going to be forced to open up about it between January and March 2016. Because it's so funny how we have the Tower here and we've got the King of Cups sitting right next to it. Okay, King of Cups covers. King of Cups sits something. He sits very still. He's very good at kind of weathering the storm. He's very good at kind of holding out. Okay, he tries never to lose his nerve. But the Tower shows that when we are covering things, when we're trying not to lose our nerve, when we're trying to keep everything on an even keel, when we don't open up about stuff, it makes us open up about stuff, because either an event comes in that makes us face up to something that we didn't want to face up to, or that we were kind of just going along with the flow and just hoping for the best. It makes us face up to stuff. So I feel that for some of you guys, between these months, you're going to have to face up to something, but it's going to be for the greater good, because it might be something that you've been sitting on for a while, or something that you've not been willing to face. With the court cards and with anything in the tarot, it's very multi-layered, Virgo, okay? So you can't just look at a character and say, this is this, that is that, and that's it. Because it's not black and white within the tarot. There are little nuances. There are little things within the cards that you probably didn't notice before that you're suddenly noticing, okay? And I feel that there is going to be, the tarot is the major arcana, so it will always take precedence over a court card or over a pit card. If you have a major arcana card sitting right next to a pit card or a court card, it really does kind of take the precedence. So I feel that the Tower showing up between January and March is going to be either an external event that happens for you guys. It might be something that's quite surprising. It might be a bit of a shock to the system even, but it's a necessary thing to happen to help you to move on to the next level. I also feel that with this King of Cups, it could be something that potentially happens within a relationship. Maybe in terms of a relationship, you've been kind of just hoping for the best with something with someone, and suddenly there's an eruption there, okay, that makes you face up to either what's going wrong with the relationship or things that you might need to kind of adjust or alter. Remember, the Tower card is also a card of adjustment. So I do see some major changes coming in. I do see some major adjustments coming in between January and March 2016. We do also have the Three of Cups and also the Sun. Two wonderful cards, fantastic cards. Some of you guys are going to be finding that there's lots of reunions happening for you between those months. There's a lot of celebration going on. Could be anything. It could be Three of Cups can sometimes mean a baby shower. It can sometimes mean engagements, parties, celebrations. There's definitely something to celebrate here. And maybe with the Tower card, this is something that's unexpected coming in that you can celebrate, because the Tower card isn't a bad card. And it's not always about a necessary evil. It can just mean literally a surprise, something that's surprising, something that you didn't expect. So maybe for some of you guys with the Tower card and that Three of Cups sitting right underneath it, what it's saying is that there's a surprise coming for you, and it's going to be something that you can celebrate. We also have the Sun card sitting right next to that Three of Cups. So this is something that's very, very positive happening potentially for you guys between the months of January and March. I've got a feeling for some of you guys, for some reason, it might be pregnancy potentially. Who knows? Because the Sun can be a card about children, birth, new life, very positive outcomes. And with that Sun sitting next to the Three of Cups, there's something very positive for you guys to be celebrating. Maybe the King of Cups is your boyfriend or your husband, and he's had a real surprise about something here with that Tower card, and then the celebration, and then the Sun card. So I see potential. We don't have a page here, but do we really need a page? Do we really need the Empress card? You know, these cards are not set in stone. Sometimes they just tell a story. So I feel that with the Tower card, it doesn't always have to be something that was built on something unstable. It can just be something that has not been unearthed yet, or something that hasn't been realised yet. So I do feel that whatever this Tower card is as the major arcana, it does have a really positive outcome, because we do have another major arcana there, which is the Sun card, okay? which is saying that this is a very positive thing that's happening, okay? For some of you guys, it might not seem so positive when it happens, but the outcome with that is the Sun card so far, which is showing it's a very positive thing to happen. We also, as your final 3 cards for those months, have the Star and also the Two of Swords in reverse. Now, the Two of Swords in reverse can sometimes be digging your heels in about something, really not willing to kind of turn that corner, not willing to kind of face up to something. You're still stuck. You're not taking action on something. You're not willing to. It's a real kind of, you're just not willing to take that blindfold off. You're not willing to uncross the arms on something, okay? So for some reason, there is some blockage here between January and March with that Two of Swords showing up, okay? Maybe this King of Cups here doesn't see the positive side of something with this Sun card. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's where the Tower comes in. That somebody's raging about something potentially. Maybe they don't see the positivity in something. But it is very positive because we have the Tower, we've got the Sun, and we've also got the Star. There's a lot of hope here, okay? Even in your lack of motion, there is a lot of hope with whatever it is that's coming in for you guys between January and March. Because we have 3 wonderful cards, Tower, Sun, and the Star. This tells me that whatever it is that's on Earth, whatever the surprise event is that's happening for you guys, there's not only celebration around it. It could be external celebration from other people, potentially, with that 3 of Cups. Maybe they're external people. Maybe you're the one that can't see it. Or it could be somebody external to you that can't see what the positivity is of this Tower. But we do know for sure, for certain, that whatever this is, whatever this turnaround, whatever this change is, whatever this surprise event is, that it has very, very positive connotations to it. Because it shows the Star card, and the Star card is when you're being guided. It can literally be that you are the star. It can literally be that the universe is protecting you. You've got a lot of kind of universal protection there. You know, I kind of wish in a way that that Two of Swords didn't show up, but it did. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's a pip card, okay? And in comparison with the Sun, which is right above it, and the Star, which is right alongside it, it really says that these 2 positive energies, very strong positive energies, are going to be outweighing this Two of Swords in reverse, okay? So you will take action in the end. You will come out of that out of that Two of Swords in reverse state. You will come out of that because the universe deems that you're going to come out of it because we have the Sun card here and the Star both in the same reading. So I am seeing between January and March, yes, there is a surprise because the Tower card showed up. This could even be something within yourself, okay? And as I say, we've got that King of Cups sitting right there, right next to the Tower, which tells me that, number one, it could be something that changes within a relationship, especially if you're with a Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancerian, male or female. There might be something, a change or something that hasn't been dealt with in a relationship being dealt with within those 3 months, okay? It might be uncomfortable at first, but we do have the 3 of Cups and we do have the Sun card, okay? We've also got the Star card and the Two of Swords. So it could be maybe this King of Cups, along with the Two of Swords in reverse, something that you didn't deal with, something that you kind of sat on, something that there was no movement, no traction with. But the Tower card is telling you that there has to be traction with it. There has to be change. This is why and I feel that for 2016, the universe is probably saying, you know, it's time. It's time that you dealt with a situation. And I do see you guys dealing with a situation that you refuse to deal with. I see this with the Two of Swords and that King of Cups. You refuse potentially to deal with something here. But the Tower card is saying you have to deal with it. Because if you don't deal with it, we're going to, you know, encourage a situation that will help you to deal with it. Once that's dealt with, we do have celebration. 3 of Cups, the Sun and the Star. Very, very positive cards together. So I see those 3 months as months of dealing with things that you haven't dealt with in a long time, Virgo. Okay, so if it's, for example, staying in a job you didn't want to stay in and you just stayed there because it's comfortable or because you know it, or because you just know the job and you want change in it but you've been too afraid, then something will happen to enable you to deal with that. But it's for the good, it's for positivity. I do see a major change coming in for you guys during those 3 months. Okay, and I feel that it'll be something you haven't dealt with or you've buried your head in the sand about. Your major card as advice is the Nine of Pentacles. This is you guys, because you are Virgo, you're Earth, okay? I feel that this is the real success card, and it's saying you're going to be having a lot of success in those 3 months, but only if you deal with whatever it is that you've refused to deal with for so long, probably in 2015. The Nine of Pentacles is a card about wealth, abundance, sitting pretty. It's about being able to buy what you want. It's about enjoying the fruits of your labours. If you look at this lady here, she's in a garden. She's got beautiful flowers around her, beautiful shrubbery. She has, I don't know what that thing is on her arm actually. I think it's a falcon. She really has it all because she's worked hard for it. She's worked hard to build up what she has. And now she can enjoy what she has. She can enjoy relaxation time and take it easy. And really this card is saying to me that whatever we put into life is what we get out. That's the ethos for me of that card. So it's almost like saying with the first 3 months, whatever you put into resolving a situation, whatever it is that you put into changing your life around, is exactly what you get out of it. That Two of Swords, if I move it up to the King of Cups, it shows lack of traction with both of those. Lack of movement. No traction. Sorry, shows no traction with those two cards. The Two of Swords in reverse and the King of Cups. It shows no movement to me. It shows someone who's willing to sit on something and put a brave face on it. But they're not willing to move on it. But the Tower says you've got to move. You've got to move. Whatever happens, it's for the greater good. It is the necessary evil. Okay? Because after the necessary evil has happened, after this important event has happened, whether it's an epiphany moment within yourself or whether it's an external situation that allows for something to happen so changes can occur in your life for the better, what you have is the Three of Cups, celebration, happiness, the Sun, a lot of positivity on this, and the Star. You are now the Star. You have been blessed by the universe because you chose to change something in your life, which leads to this as your overall advice. You get out of life what you put into it. So that's what I'm seeing for your first 3 months. Let's have a look now what's happening between April and June 2016. We're not going to shuffle again, we're just going to go along. The cards have been shuffled already. So let's put down the first 2 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm just going to shuffle. Universe, Spirit, give me guidance. What advice are you giving to the Virgos for April? Whoopsie daisy. For April through to June 2016. Show me the advice card, please. I need an advice card, please. For April through to June 2016 for the Virgos. Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Give me the advice for Virgo between April and June 2016. Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Give me the advice for Virgo. Sun, Moon and Rising signs between April and June 2016. Show me. Show me the advice that you've got for Virgo. Show me the advice that you've got for Virgo. Show me the advice that you've got for Virgo. Show me. Okay, the Magician. We'll see how that factors in. Okay. How interesting. I'm seeing a lot of you guys taking time out. It could potentially be, I'm just getting holiday or travelling the world potentially, because we have the Four of Swords and we've also got the Wheel of Fortune sitting right next to it. And when I'm looking at this card at the moment, it looks like a compass. Is it compass? One of those things that gives you direction, like if you're on a ship or something, or orienteering. I do feel that you guys are going to be travelling. You're going to be taking time out. You're going to be relaxing in a part of the world. It looks like a map, doesn't it? This actual card. It looks like it's a map. I feel there's going to be some travel for you guys. And I feel that it's going to be a real time of rejuvenation and a real time of kind of taking it easy and being able to kind of think about life and do a lot of self-reflection in the months of January through to, April through to June 2016. I'm also feeling with those two cards that you'll have gone through a time of real thought processes, okay? And I'm picking up meditation, a lot of meditation for you Virgos between April and June 2016, which leads to a lot of good changes coming in again for you guys. I feel that you've already started the process between January through to March 2016, where you kind of took the barriers down over something. There's a lot of changes coming in for you with that Tower card, as we spoke about. Probably a lot of surprises, maybe, and a very big surprising event I'm getting, but it's for the greater good. Even if it's not so good at the time, it really is there to lead you on to something better. And we see here where you're, with the Four of Swords, you're kind of really taking that time out and you're trying to take things on board. You're trying to think about your life, think about where you want to go. You're probably putting things, I mean, the Four of Swords really is a card about inaction as well, though. So it's not a time of kind of taking loads and loads of action on things, okay? It's a time of thinking about how you're going to move ahead with a certain part of your life, okay? It's about holidays and things like that and rest and recuperation. But I feel that looking at this next to the Wheel of Fortune, this is you guys really thinking about how you're going to be moving stuff forward between April and June. And that definitely leads to some very positive changes again. It's all you, Virgo, so far. It's all you. It's amazing. With that Four of Swords and the Wheel of Fortune sitting right next door to it. Because whatever it is that you're visualizing or thinking to put into action with that Four of Swords, remember with the Four of Swords, this guy will get up and take action again. He's just taking a bit of time out to think about how he's going to do stuff, okay? So I see a lot of planning with you guys between those months. And you're planning how to change stuff, which is with this Wheel of Fortune. And there is some good stuff that comes in for you, definitely with that. But I do feel that there's a lot of planning going on here, funnily enough. There's a little bit of inactivity because you are planning, because you are being methodical about stuff, which I see that Four of Swords as being. Definitely holidays, world travel for some of you guys. But also a lot of planning, which leads to changes with the Wheel of Fortune. And again, we see the planning happening with the Hermit. And this is you, because Hermit is Virgo. So this is definitely you guys in a reflection, trying to find something out, trying to work out a way, means to getting what you want, to getting ahead. There's a lot of planning during those 3 months, a lot. King of Swords usually is a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius male. Can be a Capricorn as well. Okay, so can be an earth sign. But the King of Swords, what does he do? Again, he's a planner. Again, he uses a lot of logic. He thinks a lot before he takes action. And we see this. Four of Swords diagonally to the King of Swords. Planning before you take action. You're thinking about this stuff. There's a lot of thinking. Four of Swords directly above that Hermit card. A lot of thinking going on with you Virgos during April to June. But you're going to be taking action again because you're just waiting for the opportune moment to do that. And we see that with the Wheel of Fortune. Taking your action, making those changes. I also see a new job coming in for you guys, okay? Some new work, a new field of learning, because we have the Three of Pentacles can infer planning again. There's so much planning with you guys. It's unreal, unbelievable in this reading. You're planning something, you're building something, you're looking to build something. It's something definitely new that you're looking to build. You're looking at new ways of laying foundations. because we have the Four of Swords, the Hermit, and also the Three of Pentacles. All three cards reference planning, trying to find ways, strategizing. A lot of strategizing going on with you guys. Also with that King of Swords and the Page of Swords, looking at opportunities, looking at new ways to do something. Page of Swords can be a card of vigilance, being vigilant, ready to strike. But you are ready to strike because you've got the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. Both cards are ready to strike. They take their time, they look at the opportune moment, and they're ready to take the action. So between those 3 months, there's so much. It's almost like you turn a corner between January and June, January and March. Okay? It's almost like you kind of crack out of this cocoon that you've been in potentially within 2015. And all of a sudden, now you're taking things really, really seriously. You're nearly there with kind of bringing something to fruition. Page of Swords can be the card of being a student, new education. Okay, it's the card of I've just learnt something new, because it's swords, it's higher learning, thinking. And along with that Three of Pentacles, I feel that a lot of you guys, it could be that you're going back to college, you're going back to school, education I'm seeing here for some of you guys during those 3 months. Definitely higher learning, because we have that Page of Swords sitting there, but definitely taking action on something that you might have thought about for a long time. A lot of planning in all of those cards there, which leads to the Wheel of Fortune here we're seeing at the top, changes. Really wonderful cards, and your overall advice is the Magician. So the universe is telling you that you have everything you need to make things come alive in your life during those 3 months. You've got everything that you need. You're the Magician here. All the tools, use them. Use what you have. Okay. The Magician it's interesting, references new beginnings as well, because it is the #1 card, and #1 cards are all about new beginnings. They're all about new hope. They're all about visualization. They're all about the seeds of something new happening with your life, within your life. So I feel that you're going to be trying to manifest, but I feel that you'll be in the beginning stages of that. We already saw changes happening for you here. Okay, but it's really funny between January and March how you need to kind of break out of something before the changes can occur during the year. And we see a lot of planning going on with you guys here. And it could be with that Hermit, you have an ally with the King of Swords. Somebody who's in your corner, somebody who's willing to help you or willing to give you some assistance. Okay. I really do feel that. I'm just seeing what else I can pick up here. The Hermit and the King of Swords can also reference something legal, because the Hermit can be a lawyer and so can the King of Swords, both of them. Three of Pentacles can often be the card of building something. So it's not only to do with teamwork, and can reference establishments like education, university, schools, new jobs, that type of thing, seeking advice, seeking wisdom, that type of thing. It can also reference marriages, that type of thing. So for some of you guys, you might be planning something to do with maybe weddings even. I know that we've got the Hermit here, a solitary character, and I know that we've got the King of Swords here, but they both can be legal characters as well. So there's something potentially legal going on, and so can the Page of Swords be a legal card. So there's something maybe legal happening here as well. But I think in the main, there's a lot of planning and strategizing going on for you guys during those 3 months of April through to June 2016, and also there's maybe a worldwide trip happening for some of you guys too. So those are your cards for April through to June. Let's have a look what comes up for you during July through to September. So I'm just going to first of all lay the cards. Let's lay the next 6 cards, Virgo. Universe Spirit, show me what the advice card is for July through to September for Virgo, please. Show me the advice card, please, for July through to September for Virgo. Sun, Moon and Rising signs. Show me Sun, Moon and Rising signs, Virgo. What is the advice that you have for the months from July through to September? Show me the advice card. What advice do you have to give to Virgo during those months, please? Show me. Two of Pentacles is showing up here. So let's have a look. Okay. I definitely see new job for you guys. I don't know whether that's going to be, I mean, within the 6 months ranging from April through to September, there is definitely some work here that you are really focusing on, because we do have the Eight of Pentacles and we've also got the Emperor here. The Emperor can represent establishments, okay, so corporations, corporate environments, large established corporate environments. So I feel that you're going to be focusing really hard on your career during those 3 months from July through to September. I also see potentially something else coming in for you, but you might not be that interested in it for some reason, because we've got the Ace of Cups here. This is often a gift from God, a new offer, a new beginning. It could be love coming in for some of you guys. But I'm looking at where the Queen of Swords is placed, and she seems to be turning her back on it. Now, this isn't necessarily you guys, okay, because she is Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and you are Virgo, Earth sign. But this could be a facet of you, especially if your Moon or Rising sign is Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. This could be a facet of you. It looks like for some reason you're turning your back on something here, potentially. Or there is a decision not to go for something here, because they're both looking in two different, and the hands are held out in two different directions. The Queen of Swords holds her hand out to the left, and the Ace of Cups hand is held out to the right. So there might be a little bit of a conflict of interest for some reason for some of you guys here. There's something to do with a head and a heart decision that you're going to need to make between July and September 2016. There's a head and heart decision you're going to need to be making, okay? It could be to do with a relationship. It could even be to do with a job. But I do feel, or any area of your life really, there is a head and heart decision. You're going to need to kind of try and think about what you want to do with a particular area of your life between those 3 months. This is you guys, Eight of Pentacles, because you are Pentacles. So yes, there is definitely a lot of focus here. It could even be a decision between love and work, I feel. Intuitively, I'm feeling here. Because we have the Emperor directly above that Ace of Cups. It could be an older gentleman, an older person in your life. We also have these Eight of Pentacles. And I'm noticing that the Ace of Cups is directly underneath that Emperor card, with the Queen of Swords sitting directly above, underneath the Eight of Pentacles. To me, that potentially would suggest, when I'm looking at the pattern of that what you want to focus on, love or work. So maybe there's a head and heart decision. It could be something to do with travel, or where you are logistically in the world compared to where your lover is, or whatever the reason is, there's a head and heart decision going on here. We also have the Six of Pentacles, and also the Ten of Cups. So it could represent maybe an ending of a cycle, potentially within your life during those 3 months. The Tens can often represent the end of a cycle, but the Ten of Cups can often be a very committed relationship as well. I do feel that with those two cards sitting above that Ten of Pentacles, it's almost like saying to me there might be an ending of a cycle due to a head and heart decision maybe that you're going to have to make over a relationship, okay? You might be focusing on your work. You might decide to focus on your work rather than love, maybe, potentially. But there's definitely something you're going to need to be thinking about during those 3 months. With that Six of Pentacles as well, I often see that card as being one of support. It can be one of giving money, receiving money. There might be a lot of abundance, I feel, within your family life during those 3 months. This can also be a card of reliance too, looking after someone. So I feel that if I were to look at this Six of Pentacles alongside the Empress, some of you guys might be looking after an older family member, for example, within the family. For some of you guys, it might be a case of you're looking after an older person within the family. It might be that you need to make a head and a heart decision whether you can continue to look after them. So therefore we have the Ten of Cups underneath here, which might represent that ending of a cycle where you'll need to maybe take them into care, put them into care, that type of thing, even if you don't want to. It might be a money situation as well, while you can't continue looking after an elder person within the family. But I'm sensing here for some of you guys, there's a head and a heart decision maybe over an older person within the family. Because we do have this Ten of Cups here at the end of the reading, and we've also got the Six of Pentacles, which can show responsibility as well. So some of you guys might be feeling burdened because of a responsibility within the family, I feel. And you'll need to make a head or a heart decision on whether you can continue to do that or not. You might even be working really hard with that Eight of Pentacles to keep things afloat, looking after that older person. Okay? And this is why I feel the advice is the Two of Pentacles. You're going to be, potentially for some of you guys, it could be juggling money. Potentially it's trying to work out a way of how to make something work. It could be referring to this Emperor card here with the Ace of Cups and that Queen of Swords directly underneath. And then we've got that Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. I feel there'll be an ending of a cycle with an older person in your family, maybe looking after them. And this is why we have the Two of Pentacles here, weighing up your options. And let's have a look at the last few months of the year. Hey, Universe, Spirit, show me the advice card from October through to December 2016 for Virgo. What is the advice card, please, for Virgo? Show me Virgo and the advice card, please, for October through to December 2016. What is your advice, please? Show me the advice. One just fell out here. The King of Pentacles. That's your advice card. Okay. So clearly you're going to be walking away from a burden, okay, between October and December 2016, because we have the Ten of Wands and also the Eight of Cups. That clearly says to me that there's going to be walking away from something that was burdening you. It could be to do with looking after that older person, or some kind of family responsibility that you have between the months of July through to September 2016. I feel that there's going to be a relinquishing of a burden there, okay? That you're relinquishing some sort of responsibility, maybe that was holding you down during those 3 months. We also have the Four of Pentacles and also the Queen of Cups. Interesting combination of cards, really, because the Four of Pentacles is all about gain, finance, and I feel that with the Queen of Cups that you're going to be gaining some finance or gaining some success, maybe through something that you love, because the Queen of Cups is a very creative character. She's very psychic. She's a healer. She is a very nurturing character, and I feel that it could be even that there has been some burden within you for the last few months, even though you're getting to where you want to get to. It's almost like you're coming into your own during those 3 months, okay? And I feel that it's almost like there's a self-realization maybe for some of you guys. And we're looking here that there is much, because the Four of Pentacles isn't just a card about holding on to stuff, it's about gaining stuff. And to me, that signifies financial stability as well. So I do see financial stability, and I do feel that it's going to be through what you love doing. I feel that there's real kind of financial stability. You're walking away from whatever burden this was. Could have been through a responsibility that you had in the other 3 months prior to this one. But I'm seeing that there is some regaining of perspective, regaining of financial stability within your life again, okay? And I almost feel like you are becoming very comfortable financially again with that Queen of Cups and the Four of Pentacles sitting right next to each other. Remember, I intuitively read, and this is what I'm sensing here. I think it's a really calm time for you guys for some reason. Queen of Cups could also refer to somebody in your life or somebody who's going to be around you. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancerian individual. Okay, but I do feel that. And also it could be for some of you guys in terms of a relationship. Maybe you're looking to walk away from a relationship that was a burden, but maybe somebody's going to be holding on to that and not wanting to walk away from it, not wanting you to walk away from it, but your intuition tells you that you've got to do it because of this Queen of Cups. She's very intuitive. She knows what's best for her. But I do see financial gain. I don't see it in massive droves for you guys in 2016, but I do see you being comfortable because you've been able to relinquish some sort of struggle or problem that was happening. Your final two cards are the Lovers and also the Six of Cups. This can find some of you guys reconnecting maybe with an old love during those 3 months, okay? Because the Lovers card is a soulmate card. It's about a deep, intense love. And the Six of Cups is the past. And that is also a very karmic card as well in terms of twin flame, soulmate relationships. So I do feel that you're going to perhaps, for some of you guys, going to be reconnecting with somebody from the past. Maybe somebody that you were deeply in love with. Also, it's interesting because the Ten of Wands above this Four of Pentacles, it could be for some of you guys that finance was a strain, or maybe you were having to really hold on to every single penny that you had, and maybe that was a strain. But we see that you're going to be walking away from something that was difficult, maybe in terms of finance, and maybe the resolution for that was Queen of Cups, finding something that you really love doing. Okay, being able to delve into your intuition, into your consciousness, and find what it is that could kind of release you from some sort of burden that maybe you were having in terms of finance here. For some of you guys, it could be walking away from the past or walking away from kind of living life in a dream in order to make it kind of step into a more realistic approach of how you can advance your life and how you can be more successful. But I'm definitely seeing some kind of reconnection here with this Lovers card and the Six of Cups. If you're involved in a relationship at the time, I feel it will go from strength to strength. I do see advancement with money though. I see some real stability coming in, and I feel it's going to be through something that you like doing, or something that you were dreaming of doing, or something that you've maybe been exploring. There's definitely a release of burden in those last 3 months, because Ten of Wands, Eight of Cups, side by side, walking away from burden. I would read those two cards together. And it's almost like the Queen of Cups, and that is the answer to it. It's the releasing of dreams that works towards your financial gain with that Four of Pentacles. And there's some reconnection happening here from the past. Because it's interesting that sometimes the lovers can be a choice, but you have to read the tarot in terms of how it runs, in terms of how it flows. So it would make no sense to me saying lover's choice, Six of Cups, the past. It could do if we were to move the cards upwards. Maybe you're making a choice on something to do with the past, something that was a burden with that Ten of Cups, Ten of Wands you choose to walk away from. Okay? Potentially. But I do feel that this is the reconnection card. The Lovers and that Six of Cups. There's a very karmic, strong, karmic soul level with those two cards. I feel that there's a reconnection happening for you guys. And the advice card is the King of Pentacles. Could be somebody that's coming into your life, maybe from the past. Okay, but this could also be you guys because you are Virgo. This signifies a lot of success coming in for you guys. A lot. This signifies you're going to be in a place of stability. Can be something to do with home moves as well. Something to do with the house that you live in. Something to do with property. So I feel that there's going to be a relinquishing of perhaps pressure, maybe to do with the home. But also this is you guys really coming through a challenging time, maybe financially, and really finding your feet by the end of the year. But it's been an absolute process, one of planning, one of letting go of things that maybe were holding you back, or maybe were causing a lot of pressure with you. But it's a very, very good year for you guys. And we're just going to do the one more card. Let's have a look. Let's just draw one card from the angels and see what they have to say. So, Angel, Spirit, Lord, just give me one advice card for Virgo. What's your advice card for 2016, please, Angel? For Virgo. Show me the advice card. What's your advice for Virgos in 2016? Show me the advice that you'd like to give them. Show me the advice for Virgo. Show me Virgo's advice. Show me. Wow, that's incredible. Knight of Michael, Knight of Swords. That's their advice. This is the reading. Time to move quickly. Choose logic over emotion. And we have been seeing logic, thinking all the way through this reading. Cards never fail. They never fail. They never fail. This is why I always choose the advice card from the angels last, because I want to see what they back up in the reading. And it's definitely showing a lot of planning with you guys during 2016. And I definitely saw a head or heart decision over somebody maybe that you have a responsibility to, especially with between, I think it was July and September. So let's have a look at the Knight of Michael. See if we can get to this card. Right, situations, time for swift action. It will be necessary to move with great decisiveness and confidence. Develop a plan. That's what I was talking about, plans. You're developing plans and know exactly how to carry it forward. There is a great deal of activity. This card encourages you to follow your mind over your heart. So it's about following what's good for you, what's right for you. You might have an attachment to a certain person that you feel a great amount of responsibility for, Virgo, during 2016. But the universe is saying, there's no time for this now. You have to kind of use your head over your heart. Maybe it's your heart that's holding you back. And really you need to be thinking with your mind for the results you desire. While you're urged to act quickly, you mustn't act impulsively. I didn't see any impulsiveness during this reading. I just saw you coming out of a challenging time after having thought about it and having meandered over it and having thought to yourself, what is the best course of action for me? And it definitely leads to a lot of success with that advice card. A person who is able to accomplish many things at once, someone with a brilliant mind and the capacity to solve any interaction. And I saw a lot of problem solving, remember, in this. You're trying to solve something, and I feel it was through that Queen of Cups. The champion of a course, sudden changes, lack of diplomacy. So sudden changes with the Tower card. That's why I do the tarot. I love it. Absolutely love doing the tarot because these cards all mold in together. Very, very good reading, Virgo, for 2016. But remember what the cards are trying to tell you. Use here. You do have a head and heart decision coming up. There are sudden changes potentially coming between those 3 months, January through to March, but it's for your greatest and highest good. So go with the flow, okay? You may have to relinquish some responsibility you have for someone, potentially an older member of the family, or someone who has been maybe a father figure, or someone who has been the head of the family. I do see potentially maybe a split in a relationship, but it will be for the best. But it's all about using your mind over your heart. Sometimes our hearts can set us back from making the right decisions because we're so connected on a really kind of heart level to someone. But sometimes what we're connected to in terms of love is not always the best for us, and sometimes you've got to use your nous and you've got to use your head if you want to move forward. So yeah, brilliant year for you guys. And just remember, sometimes it's best to use the head rather than the heart, because sometimes that's what's going to move us along a lot quicker. Okay, that's your reading, Virgo, for the year 2016, and I'll be coming up with your life ahead reading for 2016 too. So take care, my darlings. Bye bye.